For thousands of years, money has been the root of all evil. Now, it's the root of all survival.
The concept of Bet on Soldier is that we wanted to give to the player the ability to bet on the fight. And what is really interesting is that you have to take risks and challenge yourself. So it's a question of performances, and it's very interesting in first-person shooter.
You, you're there. We've been expecting you. Our positions have been attacked.
Let's go.
We located him a few minutes ago. He's not far.
About the story of Bet on Soldier, people don't know why this war started. They don't know the reasons, they don't know when. But the only thing they know is war. And inside this war, they created an international sport called the Bet on Soldier, the BOS system. And people bet on the fight.
Who will be the star of the day? Nolan Dingworth?
Go on, enjoy your fame. It used to be 15 minutes. Now it's going to be 15 seconds.
Or our super challenger? It's where the smart money is.
Come and meet my new friends, Nolan. They'll really blow you away.
You need to make money because you have to pay for everything in this hyper-capitalistic world. So you have to pay for ammunition, you have to pay for renting your equipment, you have to pay for hiring mercenaries, you have to pay for renting your armor, your weapons, etc.
In the future, war has a point. Soldiers fight against each other in the name of entertainment.
So in the game, you will play one of two champions. And what is really interesting is that you will have to bet on the fight.
Just a few seconds left.
If you need a reference, it's not exactly a reference, but it's an idea about what is the game. This is the movie Running Man.
Recruit that man.
Yes, sir.
Nolan, we have a problem. The explosives got lost during the drop. Find a way to steal some from the enemy.
In the game, you will have different environments, okay? So some missions will take place in Alaska. Others will take place in Cuba, and others in the European trenches. So you will have indoor and outdoor environment, even in the same mission. So we've got a capability of having very large landscapes with a lot of details, a lot of effects without any problem. We've got more than 40 weapons in the game. It's not going to be like in many other first-person shooters where you can carry hundreds of weapons. You only have few slots for your equipment. Okay, so you will have a one-handed weapon, a two-handed weapon, the possibility of wearing grenades, a shield, and the armor. That's all. What is interesting is that when you are acquiring your equipment, you are choosing a basis, a weapon as basis. And the more you make money, the more you'll be able to upgrade those weapons. So from the MG1, which is an automatic rifle, you'll be able, if you spend some money, you'll be able to transform it into a gas launcher, a grenade launcher. So from a basic weapon, a lot of fun can come out. You can hire mercenaries in the game, and all those people you can hire, they have different classes of characters. You have different classes of characters. Some are engineers, some are assault soldiers, some are snipers. and you will hire them depending of your needs for the mission. The idea was not to make a difficult game, it was to make something realistic. In real life, when you receive a bullet, okay, you cannot find a medikit at the corner of the street and you feel good. It's not the case. So that's why you only have the armor for protecting you. And you have to be very careful with your armor, to think about repairing it as much as you can. Because once you've lost health points, it's done. You cannot recover them. So that's why you don't have any medikits in Battle Soldier. It's going to be very interesting because you will have to manage also your shield, because it is destructible. So you will have to take care about it. This is something which is really interesting in terms of gameplay. The fact that it's your first time that you can have that in first-person shooter, that in the same time you can protect yourself and shoot your opponents. But because you are protecting yourself, the movement speed is decreased.
Welcome to Battle Soldier!
The idea was to create a duel, between modern gladiators. And if you look at the game with attention when you've got a BOS starting, the idea was to create a very, very dramatic atmosphere. So you put more pressure, more stress to the player. And when the player is starting a BOS, okay, this is a one-on-one duel, two champions, nobody else. And if you pay attention to the sound, you will hear your heart beating, you will hear the blood pressure, and all this atmosphere is really unique. I don't know why they haven't thought about that before, but having modern gladiators is something which is very interesting in your game. What is really important for all these BOS champions, they all have a weak point. And the main idea is that you have to find the weak point of those champions. If you're able to find this weak point, you'll be able to fight them and to win the duel. So they are all different, and some of these elements are still secret because we don't want to reveal too much about the game. But we've got enough ideas for creating 40 different characters.
Over the limit! The new invention is ready. All I have to do is adjust the settings.
You can be successful in the mission objectives. You can accomplish all the objectives. But if you don't have enough cash at the end of the mission, what will you do for the next mission? You won't be able to hire the proper mercenaries, you won't be able to rent the proper equipment, and you won't be able to bet also. So it's very, very important to manage your money and to spend it carefully and to make the right choice. It's a question of strategy. So this is a really unique element in a first-person shooter. This is a proprietary engine. Development of this engine started a few years ago, almost 5 years, and this is a very strong engine that is using all the latest DirectX 9 features. So the engine is able to run very strong shaders like Pixel Shader 2.0, Vertex Shader 1.1. So you've got all the latest features that the current hardware can support. So it's a very, very strong engine. When you're making a PC game and a first-person shooter, this is a kind of game that requires a lot of performances. And usually you don't get that level of performances with middleware for the 3D rendering part. So that's why the decision has been taken to use proprietary engine. It's very different. it's very different. Unreal Engine, it's not a 3D engine, it's a game engine. Okay, so there's a huge difference because they are providing a complete pipeline of production. Okay, with everything fully integrated to this pipeline. Our technology is different. It's blocks that we are integrating together into a different pipeline. So it's very different in terms of technology. And the current Unreal Engine is running on DirectX 7. What we will do is that we intend to release our tools for the community, so people will be able to extend the game, the multiplayer version of the game. They will be able to do what they want, create new maps, new characters, to create new gameplay elements directly, because we will provide our tools to the community. They will have our pipeline of production for creating all the elements that you've got in the game, and they will be able to extend the gameplay, by creating new elements, whatever they want. So it's going to be very interesting, because what is giving a long life to a game is that you've got people playing it and playing it and playing it. So they have got, because they know the game very well, they will be able to think about new ideas that we don't have, and they will probably want to bring it to the community. The idea is really to create a community around BOS, so people can enjoy the game, create new data, and share it among the internet. The idea is, how can we create new addiction to a multiplayer mode? How can we create a new interest into the genre, FPS genre? You've got plenty of games that are in this field of area, first-person shooter. A shooter is a shooter. But what is really interesting is to bring new elements of gameplay. So the BOS system is really unique and it's really new. And we don't want to reinvent the genre. It's just bring new gameplay elements, which can give a lot of fun to the player. And we've got something which is really, really good with the BOS system.